Body bags where horror lies.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Body Bags. Bourgie86 here again on Thursday, doing a film review for the Fright Chick. She is still having internet problems. I talked to her today and she said that her internet should be up and running next week. So she should be back for you guys next week. I want to thank Retro Slasher for filling in last week. And I know it's kind of hectic, but the internet always, this happens all the time in like different areas. It happens to me sometimes too, I won't lie. So I'm just glad that her internet's getting fixed and stuff. So she will be back next week. So let's get into this review I got for you guys today. The film I got for you guys today is a film from 2008. It's a film that was released through the Dimension Extreme line here in the States, which is a very interesting line of films that includes like Black Sheep and Rogue, and Inside was a big one that was released through them. And I didn't really know much about this film. I saw the cover art, and when I got it and I read who actually wrote and directed it, it got me kind of interested to check it out more. And the film in question is the film Triloquist. See that cover art there? This film is directed by Mark Jones. If you don't know who he is, he's probably most famously known for writing and directing the very first Leprechaun film and creating the character of Leprechaun. He's also known for Rumpelstiltskin, which is a film I actually haven't seen. I heard a lot of mixed things on it. I know some people love it. It's so bad it's good. And some people actually really hate that film. From what I heard, I actually haven't seen that film. I always wanted to check it out with myself. This film is also directed by him. It starts out with this flashback sequence where we introduce to our main two characters, their brother and sister, Norbert and Angelique. And it goes through how they were orphaned and how they grew up. And you find out like their mother was a ventriloquist, and she had this dummy, promptly named, the name of the dummy is Dummy, so it's kind of funny in the way. But we find out Dummy actually has a life of his own, and it flash forwards into the future, and they're grown up. Norbert's like this mute. He doesn't really speak a lot because he mastered the art of ventriloquists. That's what we're led to believe. And Angelique is like this crazy, like psychotic, like sexual being. She had like a dark past in her past, what we see during the flashback sequence. And what ends up happening is they end up going like this road trip to Vegas to do the ventriloquist show that their mother used to do over again. And it ends up becoming like this murder killing spree through the highways, and a police chase ensues and stuff. That's pretty much the main plot of the film without going into spoilers and shit. Now, my thoughts on this film. What a fucking bizarre trip this film is. It's really funny. It has a lot of dark humor in it. It's not like your typical like horror comedy with like haha laughs. All like the comedy and shit comes from the dark humor of the characters. Now the acting, there's a lot of like actors that I don't actually know. Like I haven't actually seen a lot of them in other films before. But the two main characters, the brother and sister, are actually really well drawn characters, because Angelique is really like fucking crazy. She actually goes crazier as the film progresses. And Norbert's just a quirky, funny character because he never really speaks lines. And the dummy now is fucking outstanding. His voice and some of the lines that come out of the characters' mouths is just funny. Like, it's like stuff that you would never actually hear in real life, like about like sexual acts and doing shit and loving your tits. There's actually one actor I do recognize from this film. It's Brian Krause. He plays one of the police detectives that comes later on in the film. He has a very small part, but I recognize him, of course, from the TV series Charmed, and he was also in Stephen King's Sleepwalkers, with, you know, that kind of like weird cat people movie. he has a smaller role in this film. The rest of the characters are really here and there characters. There's a lot of weird characters that come, especially in the flashback sequence. There's a lot of hateful characters. I didn't really like some of the characters in the flashback sequences and a little in the earlier of the film. They're kind of asshole-ish characters, but they quickly get what the pretty much know what's going on. They get what's coming to them. Some of them, pretty much. Now the quirkiness of the story ends up with this crazy road trip killer movie, kind of like a Bonnie and Clyde type deal with them going, not Bonnie and Clyde, Mickey and Mallory type story with traveling on the road, grabbing people, kidnapping, stealing cars, killing people, that type of deal. But they add this killer dummy aspect to the film, which is, I don't actually know if it actually has been done before in a road horror / killer doll film. And it really works well with the quirkiness of the comedy. Now the soundtrack, on the other hand, is kind of where I have issues with this film. There's a lot of quirky songs that play throughout the film. They have a scene of dialogue, and then they have this weird kind of country music playing. I don't mind country music at all. It actually I like country music and shit. That's what I'm trying to say. But some of the songs are kind of silly, I have to say, with the goes with the film. There's actually, I do like some of the songs though in the soundtrack. There's this one I'll give you take a bar over, and they have this rap group play a song, and it's actually kind of funny because they're doing these quirky weird dances that happen in the film and fucking shit. It's fucking funny. I was actually dying laughing during that scene. There's a lot of weird things that happen in this film too. There's kind of a incestuous stuff going on and shit. I won't really spoil how that goes into it. But the ending of the film is actually, and in the See to Believe, it's actually kind of a smiling moment because I kind of figured it out near 2/3 of the film what was going on. But it was played out well, and I actually liked how the ending played out of the film. It kind of went from kind of a bookend ending, if you know what those are. It started from point A and it ended in point B, kind of in the same vein. Shit happening in the ending to the beginning. It kind of connected it, which I really did like. Mark Jones' script was kind of interesting and smart with that aspect of the film. So I could see a lot of other people not really caring for this film because of the language and the actual dialogue of the film is kind of not for everyone. I will add the way the characters talk to each other and shit. But I actually had a really fun time with this. If I had to rate Triloquist, I'm gonna give it a solid 6.5 out of 10. It's just a fun fucking film to watch with your buddies, have a few beers, fucking fun, quirky shit, fucking strange film. I really did dig this film. Awesome shit. 6.5 out of 10 for Triloquist. Alright guys, that's all I got for this review today. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back this Sunday, so I'll see you then. Peace out.